I want to give you our top 10 gamification ideas for training. So if you are currently training for a corporate purpose or you're training for a commercial purpose, you want to really have all kinds of innovative ideas when it comes to gamification. So in today's conversation, I will help you actually flex your creative muscle here. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So what are common examples of gamifications? Because when we talk about gamification, a lot of times people have no idea what we're talking about. So gamification is all about making learning and tasks more enjoyable through game-like elements. So here are some common examples here. So you have stories, you have competitions, you have challenges, you have game-style quizzes, you have rewards. Let's go a little granular here. So when we talk about stories, this gamification example allows your team members to immerse themselves in interactive narratives where they can actively participate in the learning journey. When we talk about competitions, your employees can engage in friendly contests against peers, fostering a sense of accomplishment and healthy rivalry. When it comes to challenges, here, your staff can tackle various tasks and missions that mimic real-life scenarios, enhancing their problem-solving skills. When it comes to game-style quizzes, this basically tests your team members' understanding of learned concepts through quizzes designed with game elements that make assessments more entertaining. And then you have rewards. Now, with this gamification example, you will allow your team to earn incentives, badges, or points for completing tasks, amplifying motivation and a sense of achievements. Note that you need to have a clear understanding that those gamification examples, you can use them not only within a corporate purpose, but also for a commercial purpose. Let's say if you are a coach, if you are an online instructor, if you are an educator, and you have clients as opposed to employees, you can still use the same models, the same gamification models. Okay. Now that you have a clearer picture of some gamification examples that are commonly used, let's dive deeper into more specific gamification ideas for training. This can help you actually captivate your learners and enhance their skills through immersive gameplay experiences. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. So let me talk to you about number one, the gamification ideas for training. Number one, leaderboards. So with leaderboards, employees and learners in general are given a transparent and measurable way to evaluate their progress against their peers. So this transparency can be motivating because it creates a positive and healthy sense of rivalry. For example, in a sales team, having a leaderboard that showcases the top salespeople can encourage others to step up their game and strive for higher results. This kind of competition pushes individuals to continuously improve and innovate, leading to increased productivity and performance across the board. Moreover, this gamification strategy taps into individuals' inherent competitive nature, encouraging them to excel and push their boundaries. See, the whole thing here is that you are able to frame things correctly because you want to frame training and tasks as challenges to excel in. Your employees and customers or learners in general are more likely to approach their work with enthusiasm and vigor. Remember though, that we're talking about positive, healthy rivalry. Okay. This is not about competition like in the negative sense of the word. No, you are trying to push your learners to their boundaries. And so when we talk about you want to choose a gamified platform, a gamified training platform that has all the features that you need to think about. So look for a software that has leaderboard features, which lets you encourage friendly competition by creating individual leaderboards for learners to go head to head. You are able, because the bottom line is you want to have the rivalry, but you also want to foster collaboration. You want to foster teamwork, because at the end of the day, leaderboards are great, but what if your team members are sort of divided, or your learners are divided? Then you would have accomplished nothing at all. You want to have a solid team. You want to have a solid learner base that wants to engage in challenges, but also wants, at the end of the day, wants to actually unite or reunite, quote unquote, reunite. This is very important. Now, let me give you gamification ideas for training number 2, simulation-based training. Sometimes training can feel like diving into a deep ocean of information, but what if your team members could swim through realistic scenarios and make decisions that actually matter? So simulation-based training can make that happen. With it, they will go to test their decision-making skills in a risk-free environment, helping them actually better learn from mistakes. There are many ways that you can implement simulation-based training, including virtual reality training, role-playing sessions, and scenario-focused exercises. These ideas, when it comes to gamification, can all be incredibly effective methods for passing on important knowledge and skills to learners. This is really important. So if you're looking to create realistic workplace scenarios, make sure that you have the right app. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about our top 10 gamification ideas for training. Idea number 3, quest-based learning or challenges. So when it comes to gamification idea for training number 3, when it comes to quest-based learning, this brings a touch of excitement to employee development by actually offering a series of engaging challenges. Let me explain. Basically, what happens here is that by overcoming challenges, employees or customers for that matter, or learners for that matter, they step up their expertise and climb new levels of knowledge. As learners progress, they'll be able to boost their skills and unlock prizes and rewards at the same time. This innovative approach not only keeps everyone excited and involved, but also encourages employees to truly own their learning journey. In turn, this gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment that goes beyond traditional training methods. It also empowers employees to shape their own learning journey, making their professional growth a truly exciting endeavor. Let's talk about gamification ideas for training number 4, storytelling and narrative games. You have to understand, storytelling is all this whole thing about. Even if you're training someone, you're still telling a story, right? So humans are naturally drawn to stories, and incorporating narrative elements into training can make them more compelling. Businesses can create immersive storylines that guide employees through their learning journey. Gamified training becomes more engaging, memorable, and relatable by introducing relatable characters and plot twists. Storytelling isn't just for bedtime tales, really. You can literally and actually spice up your employee training. Imagine this, using stories to break down tricky stuff, like making sense of things with real-life examples. And you know what's even cooler? You can take trainees on a virtual adventure, kind of like a sneak peek into real-life scenarios. So this is really cool. The bottom line is you need to keep your employees engaged. Let's talk about gamification idea for training number 5, competency-based training. So with this idea, your team can say goodbye to boring memorization and say hello to fun first-hand learning. So competency-based training is all about rolling up your sleeves and diving into real-life situations. The point I'm trying to say here is that instead of just starting and looking at chapters, looking at sections, or staring at books, your employees will be tackling hands-on activities and real challenges in the workplace. The way you can implement this is by giving your team members weekly challenges where they have to tackle a task to display a certain skill, and this can all be based on what they have learned so far. This way, they're not just learning, they're gaining experience, and that's where the magic happens. By getting their hands dirty, they'll grasp concept better and remember them for the long haul. Let's talk about gamification idea for training number 6, virtual badges and rewards. This is another good one. And recognition, based on our research, we have seen that recognition plays a pivotal role in driving employee motivation. And so nowadays, it's so easy to adopt traditional honors like certificates and trophies into the digital realm with the accessibility of virtual badges and rewards. So this can easily be accessed and implemented through your LMS gamification tools for training. So this digital forms of recognition can serve as your team members' visual representation of acquired skills, fostering personal pride and a culture of accomplishment. And the cool thing is, you can actually foster this environment of learning, this environment of collaborative camaraderie. You can implement it in real time. And so the acknowledgement I'm talking about, such as virtual badges and rewards, not only enrich your learners' sense of self-worth, but also stimulate a healthy competitive spirit, resulting in a workforce united by shared goals. And the combination of traditional recognition with gamification principles sets the stage, in our view, for a workplace where accomplishments are consistently celebrated and motivation thrives. Okay, this is really important. And so think about incorporating this into your learning activities as of today. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic once again. We are having a conversation about our top 10 gamification ideas for training. Gamification idea for training number 7, time management games. So if you want to help your team level up their time management skills, include time-based activities and games in your business gamification training. Through this process, they'll be able to supercharge their productivity, solve problems under pressure, and make the most of their workday. And so there are a lot of ways you can go about this gamification idea. You can try offline games where your teams can collaborate in the office and work together to tackle challenges quickly. Or you can spice up their virtual training by adding online games into the mix. And the cool thing is, online games can be your secret weapon for leveling up your team's cognitive skills like focus, quick thinking, smart decision making, and even sharp logic and critical thinking. And guess what? They're not just fun. They're also fantastic for mastering time management, staying organized, and honing those top-notch business skills. Gamification idea for training number 8, training progress bars. So progress bars are not just for aesthetics. They are actually a great way to show your learners how much progress they have made toward completing a task. So they'll also act like a visual guide that keeps your team members motivated and excited to continue learning. Imagine logging into your account and seeing your progress front and center. It's a friendly reminder of how far you have come and how much further you can go. But you might be asking yourself, why are progress bars so effective? Well, they can give your learners a clear idea of how close they are to achieving their training goals. And here is the fun part. You can even pair progress bars with other gamification elements like badges, which works as little rewards and celebrations for accomplishments at each stage of your employees' progress. So the whole thing is, you want to celebrate each little milestone, no matter how little they are. And that works fantastically. Gamification idea for training number 9. Here we have personalized learning paths. This is a biggie, especially if you have a diverse workforce or you have a diverse customer base or diverse audience that is distributed geographically, that's really in several places in the world. Then you really have to have the right tool for it. Okay. Personalized learning paths allow you to tailor and design training programs to fit your team's unique needs, preferences, and learning styles. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, this pathways lets your team members embark on a series of learning adventures that are customized just for them, helping them reach their goals in the most enjoyable and effective way. So this is kind of cool. Now, the thing here is that if you don't have the right tool, you can't do this manually. It becomes complicated. It becomes impossible, especially if you have a large workforce. If you have 10 people or fewer, okay, that's fine. You can still do it. But if you have to, if you are dealing with 100 folks or 1,000 folks, and you are trying to really personalize learning paths for each of them, it becomes complicated, if not impossible. Okay, so you want to have the right tool here. And personalized learning can be like a mixtape of different learning experiences. You can combine e-learning courses, webinars, workshops, one-on-one coaching, and even on-the-job training to help diversify your team's training. This way, your team will not get bored of their experience. It's all about keeping your team and your customers or your learners engaged, right? Engagement, it should be the number one priority here. Overall, it's a well thought out journey where basically each step builds upon the last, guiding your employees towards specific learning outcomes and accelerating their growth. So when we talk about gamification idea for training number 9, personalized learning paths, remember it's all about creating a bespoke learning experience for each of your team members, but you got to have the right tools. But see, the thing is, to create a bespoke experience, you got to have a clear idea of what each team member really, the profile that each member has and their needs, their aspirations, their learning level as well. So are they experienced? Are they a rookie? Are there anywhere in between? You got to have all that kind of knowledge. Gamification idea for training number 10. Here we have scavenger hunts. That's a good one. You know, whenever we talk about adventure, you're talking about exploration. You're talking about a way to actually break monotony, a way to actually chase boredom away, right? So who says learning has to be a solo adventure? Gamified training can be a team effort too. And you can implement scavenger hunts that encourage your team to share ideas, solve problems, and basically work together to crack challenges and hit goals. The bottom line here is that if you want to foster an environment of camaraderie, you want to foster an environment of teamwork, you got to engage in adventures such as scavenger hunts. And those hunts also allow your team members to use active learning and gamification techniques, which can actually boost their ability to remember and understand information. And when they do these activities within a group format, sometimes awesome happens. They not only learn together, but also build a strong sense of teamwork and collaboration. That's what you want anyway. You want to foster this sort of collaborative processes or environment within your team, right? So as trainers, you can make these activities even more exciting by using cool apps that bring in live locations or fun photo and video challenges. They'll add a touch of interaction and friendly competition and take your team's learning adventures to a whole new level. And that's what you want. You want to really, you want to target a high level of collaboration, a high level of interaction. You want to touch a high level of dynamism. Like you want to make the whole thing dynamic, right? It cannot be static. It has to be dynamic. It has to be interactive. And you got to really give a sense of belonging. In other words, your team must feel like they are part of a team, a real team. Your team members must feel like they're part of a real team. And so this could be only one game, a scavenger hunt, but the ripple effects, the benefits, the ROI will be, you can sense this ROI for a long time. Okay, this is really fantastic. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Into this conversation, I was just sharing with you our top 10 gamification ideas for training. So number 1, we talk about leaderboards. Number 2, simulation-based questions. Number 3, quest-based. Number 4, storytelling. Number 5, competency-based. Number 6, virtual badges and rewards. Number 7, time management games. Number 8, we have training progress bars. Number 9, personalized learning paths. Number 10, we have scavenger hunts. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.